Yes, I am blessed to be an ordained minister. I have been a minister for several years, but was officially ordained April 19th, 2009. And my early role has been that of working with the youth in our church, and an appropriate role. When I think about the title of the book, Role of a Lifetime, I firmly believe that those who are in positions of influence, and they don't have to be highly visible positions as we so often assume role models can only occupy, because the most influential role models are those you see daily and those who walk the walk, walk the talk, and exhibit godly principles, biblical principles. I'm a firm believer, and I know I've had many a conversation around the notion of what the ex-NBA player and Hall of Famer Charles Barkley meant when he says, "I'm not a role model, don't consider me a role model, and athletes aren't role models." And I understand what he meant, but I wanted to make certain that those who occupy highly visible positions do understand is, it's really not a choice. Being a role model comes with the territory, because young people especially watch what you do more than what you say. They do pay attention to what you say, but more importantly, they watch what you do to see if those two are reconciled. And I know that personality is what one displays or is to the public, but character and integrity is what you are typically, when the camera lights aren't on. Those ought to be one and the same. They ought to be consistently displayed at all times. So my role as a minister in working with the young people was to make certain that I was providing an excellent example. I firmly believe in the notion that we're all, and it's not a notion, that we're those of us who are saved and believers in Jesus Christ are ambassadors for Christ. And as such, being a representative of him, we're to conduct ourselves and handle ourselves accordingly. My role has probably evolved more as I'm learning more of the Word, digging deeper into the Word, rightly dividing the Word, but staying within the areas that I am comfortable in. I have engaged in more public ministry and speaking at churches and delivering sermons and messages, but only in areas that I'm comfortable. I don't assume that simply because I know a few scriptures and because I'm at a certain level of spiritual maturity that I am all things to all people. I need to be mindful that I'm still growing in the Word. But to the degree that I am a person in a highly visible position, if I can use that to win souls for Christ and speaking his message, I absolutely welcome that opportunity, but I have to make certain that I'm well grounded. Recently, I have been on a book tour, and I thoroughly enjoy those opportunities where I'm in churches speaking, because I'm probably a little too frank and bold in terms of how the world defines success, in pointing to that it is all Christ-centered. Some in the secular environment don't want to hear that, but it is what it is. I'm speaking the truth, and I'm speaking the truth in love. So I enjoy that, but I don't want to speak just to the congregation or to those who are in the choir, because I'm speaking to those who are saved. I'm hoping to bring in others. And that's why I'm so hoping that this book, following the example of a gentleman I have so much respect for, Tony Dungy, I'm hoping that this book will be a wonderful witness tool in the hands of others by just saying, hey, this is what's worked for me. This is how I've gone about it. And I've put it to the test, and it has worked. So to the degree that I've been called into the ministry, at first I kind of fought it. Like give me a break. But I willingly and gladly accept the responsibility.